जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी।
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 यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरवनचारी। यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरवनचारी। यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। 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 यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरवनचारी। यशोदानन्दन हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम राम
श्री श्री राधा गोपी वल्लभ की जय, श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय, श्री सुदर्शन चक्र की जय, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, साई गौर हरि प्रेमानंद हरि ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीरिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम अपवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सहाभ्याभ्यन्तरं सुचेत्। श्री विष्णु Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. You can move the chairs a little away from these. Thank you all for coming. Hare Krishna. Be grateful. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji's, Prabhuji's. Your participation is my motivation. So today we are also celebrating Janmashtami. Actually, Janmashtami is tomorrow, but we are celebrating here in my home, Krishe. So after this class, in this very location, we also have a class in Telugu. If somebody wants to hear, you can stay. You have already tolerated me for 1.5 to 2 hours, so you may choose to not to. But there will be some few services if you want to do. There is small decoration of a table you can do with flowers, if you're willing to. And you have to remove petals for the Pushpa Abhishek. Right? Flowers will come by 10, 10, 15. I will let you know. And then you can remove the flowers. And evening we'll have discourse in Hindi. हिंदी में प्रवचन होगा. मेरा हिंदी आपको बर्दाश्त करना पड़ेगा. तो वो होगा 5:30 से, we have the program here in that hall, the main hall, and around 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock the discourse will be there, kirtan and discourse. So please come with families. So I'm still not out of the, what do you say, the consciousness of Ayodhya. Ayodhya Dham ki Jai. Just few minutes I would want to spend before I get into the class about Ayodhya Dham. It's a great fortune. It's a great, great, great fortune that we could go to Ayodhya Dham. Right? Ayodhya, the very place where Sri Ram appeared, along with other 3 brothers, the place where Dashrath Maharaj ruled, right? The place where Mother Sita and Lord Ram also ruled for a long, long time, and then Mother Sita went to Valmiki Ashram, and the very place where Lord Ram left this world, Guptar Ghat is the place, right? Prabhuji was there. Yeah, some of you were there. Mataji also was there, and I think J.V. Rao Prabhu is not here today. He was there in the Yatra. Unbelievable Yatra. We went to Bharat Kund, where Bharat Maharaj did tapasya for 14 years. And we went to Kanak Mahal, the gift of Kaikeyi, Mother Kaikeyi to Mother Sita. When she looked at her, Mother Sita was so beautiful. Even in a feather falling on her face would create a red spot. She was so beautiful. And looking at her, she immediately gifted a golden palace. It's called Kanak Mahal. We went there. And we went to Hanuman Gadi, the very place, the hill given by Lord Ram to Hanumanji to see the whole Ayodhya, oversee the whole Ayodhya. कोई भी अध्ययन प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, हनुमान जी मालूम है क्या करेंगे. We went to Dashrath Mahal. We went to Kaleram temple. The old deities of Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman, worshipped by love kush. So love established them. How many years back? More than 1 million years back, if you want to believe. Because we are talking about Treta Yuga, right? And then we went to Nageshwar Mahadev temple, just in front of the Prabhuji also. Yes. That is also established 1 million years back. Shivalingam, Shivji, Kshetra Palak. And then we went to Surya Kund. Then we went to, I'm missing anything? Goregaon temple. Then Lakshman Gadi, yes. Lakshman Kila, the place where Lakshmanji left. If I start telling those Leelas, I'll bow to Bhagavad Gita. I'm trying to stop myself, not tell those Leelas. We had His Grace Shubhavilas Prabhu, the very senior devotee, my senior god brother. Amazing classes. I mean, unparalleled. I'm sure, Prabhuji, and how did you feel, Prabhu?
First time.
Like we never heard Ramayana,
Yes.
right? We did not. All of us felt. In fact, some senior devotees and people who were 70, 80 years old, they might have heard Ramayana 5, 6 times. They told me that, Prabhu, after hearing this, we felt we don't hear Ramayana only. So many details were being told. The explanation of the discussions between Bharat and Ram and Kaikeyi and Bharat and Vishwamitra and Dashrath. We never knew so many things were discussed. So many details were discussed. Vasishta and Dashrath Maharaj regarding the coronation, what happened, discussion between Ram and Sita before they went to Vanavas, unparalleled. And we just touched the initial kand. We did not even go into the other kands of Ramayana, Sundarakand, and even before that, the one when he stayed in the one. And we did not go into Yuddha Kand. We barely got 5% off. And in that 5% also, Prabhuji went very fast. थोड़ा थोड़ा बोलते चले गए. Ramayana is so nectarian. The lectures are there. Audio is not that well recorded, but still you can hear. If you keep earphones and you can hear, it's in my channel. If you go to live lectures, or there is a playlist called seminars, you can go there, you can hear. I'm telling you, if you hear, you will call me and tell Prabhu, ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं? मैं तो सुना ही नहीं हम लोगों ने. इतना कुछ है इसके अंदर, इतना management lessons है. I was telling in my office that throw those useless books outside, 10 principles of these 8 principles. बाहर फेंक दो पूरा. रामायण पढ़ो यार, रामायण में इतना सारा मैनेजमेंट प्रिंसिपल्स है. राज कैसे चलाना चाहिए, घर कैसे चलाना चाहिए, how to run a kingdom, how to run a family, how a husband and wife can be happy together. Everything is there in Ramayana. Psychological lessons, emotional lessons, tragic lessons, everything is there. I felt personally, I told the Prabhuji that, why is this not being taught in their schools? अगर ये पढ़ा दिया होता तो आज भारत कुछ और ही होता. The kind of intellectual lessons you can learn.
Just not to share Shadows path of my father-in-law is unfortunately no more. They are no more than 2 years back.
Okay.
But his specialization was he was knowing entire Ramayana without the 100% of mistake.
Hare Krishna.
And
जय हरि बोल हरि बोल. अभी बैठे होंगे राम जी के साथ. No, I'm telling this, Prabhuji and Mataji, you have to, आप सभी लोगों को, you have to take time out and read रामायण, वाल्मीकि रामायण, complete, पूरा मिलेगा आपको. गीता प्रेस में भी है. और don't take that पटनायक books, वो पूरा पागल बुक्स है वो. समझे? जो परंपरा में है वही पढ़ो. बिना परंपरा के पढ़ोगे आप कंफ्यूज होगे. Easiest thing I'll tell you, go and hear the lectures of Shubha Vilas Prabhu. He is authentic. I'm not telling he is the only. ऐसा नहीं है, but he's in parampara. Or hear it from Chinnajay Swami if he has covered Ramayana in that way, detailed way. आप परंपरा में नहीं सुनोगे तो पूरा सत्यानाश होगा रामायण का. कुछ भी बोल देंगे, and then you will be thinking ये क्या बोल रहे हैं. Actually today evening, if you all can come, I'm specifically going to talk about how wrong things are spoken about Lord Krishna in Mahabharata. I'm going to cover that part because a lot of people Krishna Krishna Krishna. क्या क्या गलत बोला गया कृष्ण के बारे में, and शास्त्र प्रमाण. It's very important. Then your faith in Lord Krishna will increase. Janmashtami means appearance of Krishna in our heart. मन में पहले, फिर बाहर. ठीक है, मन में है लेकिन बाहर नहीं, क्योंकि बहुत सारे डाउट्स हैं क्लियर करना. तो सो अयोध्या धाम सरायू रिवर स्नान. हरे कृष्णा हरि बोल. It was beautiful. सरायू रिवर की महिमा तो when I heard I was like shocked. अरे बाप रे, ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं. I'll tell this one thing, that Lakshman ji, in short I'll tell, Lakshman ji told Lord Ram after the Yuddha in Lanka that you killed so many people. Now I think I want to purify my body, purify my soul. I'll go on Tirth Yatra. And Ramji just looked at, a sarcastic smile he gave to Lakshman like this. Lakshman didn't understand. ऐसे क्यों हंस रहे हो आप? Why are you laughing like that? He said, you go on Tirth Yatra. I told you, you go, right? Go. And then Lakshmanji went, and Sarayu River. Actually, Sarayu River is the tears of Vishnu. They made that river, Sarayu River. Ganga is coming from the feet of Vishnu. Just imagine Sarayu River is the tears of Vishnu. When he heard a conversation with Vasishtha Muni, the tears came and they found the river. So Lakshmanji, he went to that river and he said, before going on Tirth Yatra, let me first take a dip in Sarayu and then I will start my Tirth Yatra. So he went there and he saw a lot of people are taking dip. Thousands, crores of people are coming and taking dip. And he never saw these people. Who are these people? Who are these people who are taking dip? And today is not even any special day. It's not like a festival day. Kumbh hota hai to log jate hain. Aisa kuch bhi nahi. So he got a doubt. Then he came and asked his brother, Lord Ram, भैया ये क्या हो रहा है सराय में? क्या हो रहा है? ना बहुत सारे लोग हैं. Everybody is taking dip. What is going on? So Lord Ram told, you should ask them only. Why are you asking me? You should have asked. You've seen so many people taking dip. You should have asked them. So he said, okay, I'll go and ask. Then he went next day. Next day also so many people taking dip. Then he went and asked. Then he looked, so many Matajis are also taking dip. He said, who are you? He said, हम सभी लोग तीर्थ के नायक हैं. मतलब we are the तीर्थ स्थल, right? जैसे रामेश्वरम तीर्थ है, उसका जो तीर्थ का जो इंचार्ज है, जो देवता है, he is coming and taking dip. So all the तीर्थ स्थल are coming and taking dip in Sarayu. Then he looked at the Matajis. Who are you? I said, मैं गंगा हूँ, मैं सरस्वती हूँ, मैं गोदावरी हूँ, यमुना हूँ. अरे बाप रे, ये क्या हो रहा है? And then he saw that a black person, completely मतलब काले शरीर से, he came from the sky and he went into the Sarayu river and then he came outside like gold and white. And then he went back, to Vishnu Loka. And then he said, wait, आप कौन है? मैं सारे नदियों का प्रयागराज हूँ, right? He was telling that हम लोग आके हमें पाप डालते हैं. People come and dip themselves and throw all their sins into us. That's why I became so black. But where will I go and clean myself? That is the place of Sarayu. Sarayu Dham ki. So that is how pure is Sarayu. Then there was a complaint. Job insecurity सभी को होता है ना. तो गंगा मैया went and told, मेरा क्या होगा? If you are so pure, if everybody is coming to you only, then my work is not there. अच्छा है, I'll go back to Krishna. Sarayu mother told, no, you have to stay. I'll give you a promise that my glories will not be known to anyone except the people coming to Ayodhya. सिर्फ जो अयोध्या को जाते हैं उनको सराय के बारे में मालूम चलता है. हरे कृष्णा. तो आपका काम बहुत है, आप जाओ, आपका काम बहुत है. बहुत लोग आके आपके अपने पाप पूरे धुलेंगे. You stay, but I will be. So Sarayu River is almost like an ocean, very big, huge river. You'll go there, you'll be like, अरे बाप रे, कोई एंड ही नहीं दिख रहा. बहुत सुंदर नदी है. हाँ, थोड़ा Sarayu will test you, क्योंकि when we went, all the water was muddy. तो बहुत ही मडी बड़ी वाटर था. Some people are hesitant to take bath. करे ना करे, बोला यार ये माया है, इससे ज्यादा पाप किधर है, अंदर डूबो इसके अंदर. Then everybody went one by one and took a dip 3 times, did Gayatri, and then we came back. अभी नया घाट बना है, बहुत सुंदर घाट है, लंबा घाट है, and all temples on the way, on the ghat only. Kaleram temple, all the temples, Lakshman Kila, everything is on the ghat only. And arrangements in the Ayodhya temple are so beautiful. New temple, Ramlala is so beautiful. And आप इतने दूर से देख सकते हैं राम को. That is the beauty of the temple. यहाँ पे कौन-कौन गए अब तक? हरी बोल. बाकी लोग
20 years back 4 or 5 times.
हरी बोल. हाँ.
Because we lived in Lucknow at that time, and after every 2 years we went. But now after the establishment of Ramlala, we didn't.
अब जाइए.
Earlier we went when there were Babri Masjid. We have seen Babri Masjid also.
हाँ. अभी फोड़ दिया उसको. अलग लैंड दिया है उनके लिए, लेकिन जहाँ पे इम्पोर्टेंट स्थल है वहाँ पे आ गया मंदिर. अभी कंस्ट्रक्शन बहुत बाकी है. lot of construction is going on, cranes, this, that. But the mandir is very beautiful. And you can see practically, if you're standing here, the gate of my own Krishe, there Ramlala is there. From here you can see. From here till the gate, you are just seeing the Ram and walking. Just imagine. You are going close to Ram and so far you are seeing Lord Ram and you're walking. As an you know, you go till the Murti and just for a few minutes you see, or a few seconds you see, chalo, chalo, chalo. As an the way they designed itself is in such a way that you can see Ramlala for a long time. And excited.
I went there after 20 days or after opening.
Haribol.
And I had darshan 6 times.
हरिबोल जितने बार वो बुलाएंगे उतने बार दर्शन हो जाएंगे. हाँ जी. And the beauty of our यात्रा, मैं आप सभी लोगों को बोलता हूँ कि कथा के बिना यात्रा में मतलब नहीं है. हम जाएंगे, देखेंगे, लेकिन वो जो कॉन्शियसनेस आता है, वो जो भक्ति आता है सुन के जाने में, you hear about Lord Ram, you get so much, अरे my Lord Ram is so nice, and then अभी चलिए दर्शन पे, अरे बाप रे, like you want to see, you want to fall at his feet. तो कथा बहुत ही important है. So जब भी ऐसे यात्रा होते हैं, don't miss them, don't miss them. प्रायोरिटी करो, कुछ भी करो, कभी कभी रिजाइन भी कर दो, पर मंडे फिर वापस ले लेना. लेकिन जाना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, क्योंकि ऐसे भक्त नहीं मिलते. To get a person who will give katha in the right way, in the right, with the right understanding, with the right consciousness, बहुत मुश्किल है. तो अगले बार फिर से यात्रा होगा, जरूर आइए, मैं बताऊंगा आप सभी लोगों को. लेकिन जब करना इंपॉर्टेंट है, सभी लोगों को जब करेंगे तभी क्वालिफाई होंगे, है ना. एंड सत्संग जो अटेंड करते हैं सिर्फ वही लोग आएंगे. ऐसे हम लोग टूर ऑपरेटर नहीं है, हम लोग यात्रा लेके जाते हैं भक्तों के लिए, है ना. सो प्लीज यू नो प्रायोरिटाइज. अभी मैंने प्रभु जी से पूछा, शुभविलास प्रभु से, कि कोई युद्ध कांड का बताओगे, सुंदरकांड का बताओगे. तो उन्होंने बताया हम श्रीलंका में बताएंगे. तो अगले साल श्रीलंका का यात्रा है. सो अभी से मैं बताऊंगा. एंड यू हैव टू स्टार्ट सेविंग मनी फॉर दैट. थोड़ा कॉस्टली होगा, लेकिन श्रीलंका में 7 से 8 दिन होंगे. ही विल टेक यू टू ऑल द प्लेसेस वेयर सीता मैया वाज देयर, कहाँ पे हनुमान जी थे, कहाँ पे रावण रहता था, यू नो द होल युद्ध, हाउ इट हैपेंड, एंड ही विल टेल वेरी नाइसली अस. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So last week we were not there. So Kaliyuga memory, my memory is very bad. So I would want to read the translations till the verse that we finished. So this chapter 17, Bhagavad Gita, deals with the division of faith. Division of faith. Division of faith का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning division of faith? Faith का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of faith?
To have belief.
Belief. Belief से एक step आगे. Realized belief. Right? Belief तो कुछ किसी भी चीज पे हो सकता है. Believe something. No. Realize. मतलब you are experiencing that belief in your life. Then that becomes faith. Faith is very important in bhakti. That भगवान है या नहीं है? है. बहुत फर्क है ना दोनों में. भगवान है नहीं है. ये है कैसे हो, उसको फेथ बोलते हैं. लेकिन नो दैट ही इज देयर, है. कैसे मालूम चलेगा कि somebody believes in God or no? How can we judge people? ऐसे करने से तो नहीं होगा ना. आपको ये लेक्चर सुन के बोले रोज भगवान है, मैं सुना, ऐसा बोल दिया तो you have to believe. How will you know that somebody believes in God or no? कैसे मालूम चलेगा किसी को भी?
In the tough situation.
Yes.
Because in the happy times, like we can say like God is there, but
Tough
when we are
situation.
judged, then
When you're in the most testing situations, how you react to it shows whether you believe in God or not. अच्छे समय तो हर कोई बोलेगा जय श्री राम जय श्री राम. थोड़ा इधर उधर हो गया फैमिली में, इनकम टैक्स का लेटर आ गया, इधर उधर भागी है कि नहीं. थोड़ा एक मेडिकल रिपोर्ट आ गया, अरे इधर उधर भागी है कि नहीं. So the point is how you behave in your life every day, every hour, every minute shows your faith in God. As simple as that. For example, in this hall, If Narendra Modi ji comes and sits, how your behavior will be? कैसे बैठेंगे? तो वो खाली चेयर में बैठे हैं, देखो उस दिन मेरे को कोई नहीं देखेगा ऐसे है कि नहीं? And everybody will come respectfully sit, respectfully behave, है कि नहीं? See, when a leader comes, automatically all our behavior also changes. Is that true? Yeah. What to speak of God? If God is there in your life, how your behavior will be? Will any bad word come to your mouth? Will you fight in your house like cats and dogs? Will you fight outside the house like cats and dogs? No. Will you? How will you talk to people? How respectfully you talk to people? Because Bhagavan dekh raha hai yaar. Bhagavan dekh raha hai. No, whatever I do, will you cheat anybody? Huh? Will you see anybody being cheated? No. You'll immediately try to help. Again, our consciousness is immensely affected when we have faith in God. A lot of people say, I believe in God, but look at their behavior. So what do we do? Should we go and tell them, "Tu vishwas nahi karta"? No. That's not the point of this discussion. The point is to motivate them, to inspire them, to tell about God, to tell about Krishna, so that they'll become more faithful. And why do we go to yatras? To increase that faith. Why do we celebrate Janmashtami? To increase the faith. Actually, we celebrate festivals to increase the faith. Remember that. That's why very important. Festivals, yatras, temples are very, very important limbs of Sanatana Dharma. Simply going to temple doesn't work. Going to yatra is also important. Yatra means a journey of the soul to God. है ना? तो हियरिंग कथा इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्रवचन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. हर एक टेम्पल में एक पीठ होता है, पीठ हम बोलते हैं, जहाँ पे गुरु बैठ के उपदेश देता है. वो टेम्पल होता है. सिर्फ जाके गोत्र बोल के क्या बोलते हैं, फूल दे के, वो भी है, चलेगा, लेकिन कॉन्शियसनेस में चेंज आता है वो प्रवचन सुनने से आता है. सुनने से असली दर्शन आंखों से नहीं, कानों से होता है. ये समझ. आचार्य लोग बोल रहे हैं, मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ, आचार्य लोग बोल रहे हैं. श्रवणम कीर्तनम, श्रवणम सुनना, बैठ के सुनो, बस इससे असली दर्शन होता है. आज सराय के दर्शन आप सभी लोगों को हो गए, क्योंकि मैंने सराय के बारे में बोला. बस सराय का स्नान भी हो गया. ये मत सोचो सराय का स्नान करना है, ऑलरेडी हो गया आपका, क्योंकि आपने सराय के बारे में सुना. बस इट इज सो पावरफुल टू लिसन. सो Lord Krishna, after telling Bhagavad Gita, in 17th chapter when he has come, he is telling divisions of faith. He already spoke about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and now he is into Jnana Yoga, which is about knowledge, right? In that he is giving one more knowledge to Arjuna, telling a checkpoint. Acha, after hearing all this Bhagavad Gita, where are you situated? तुम्हारा faith कैसा है? किस तरफ है? Are you faithful towards? Are you faithful in the mode of goodness, sattva-gun में, in passion, rajogun में, या फिर tamogun में, in ignorance? What kind of faith do you have? People have kinds of faith. Faith also differs. There are different kinds of faith. I'm not about strong faith and less faith. People in ignorance have strong faith also. ठीक है? I'm talking about kinds of faith. Right? How do you worship when you are in that kind of faith? How do you worship when in this kind of faith? Why should we know this? So that we can elevate ourselves from the lower faith to higher faith. Right? And why is Lord Krishna telling this to Arjuna? Because faith is very important for him when he starts the battle. Faith is very important for all of us. When we are already in the battle of Kurukshetra, our house is Kurukshetra. My house is block 1, whatever flat number, right? That is also Kurukshetra. हर घर में कुरुक्षेत्र है. अरे घर में नहीं, अंदर है. अंदर ऑलरेडी कुरुक्षेत्र चल रहा है. Should I do bad? Should I do good? Should I do this? Should I do that? Who is going to help? Krishna is going to help. How will he help? When we are ready to hear. People in the mode of goodness are very receptive to knowledge. People in the mode of passion want knowledge, but only for their benefit. People in the mode of ignorance want to only give knowledge, don't take any knowledge. They will not take any knowledge. कुछ भी बकवास बोलेंगे, वो बोलेंगे ये शास्त्र है, ये कंक्लूजन है, ऐसे बात करेंगे. So now I'm going to quickly read, the translations. Just hear attentively. I'll not discuss because we already discussed till verse number 14. Translation and purports by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Arjuna inquired, O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scripture but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance? Solid question. Arjuna is asking the question. The people who don't read scriptures किसने दिए? Printing press ने दिए? वेद किसने दिए? भगवान ने दिए. Right? धर्मम तो साक्षात भगवत प्रणीतम. Nobody can write Ved. You and me cannot write Ved. I can write English, but I cannot write Ved. Right? There is 4 Vedas: Atharva Veda, Sama Veda, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda. Can I write Lilananda Veda? I cannot write. I cannot write. Why I can't write? I know English. I know some Sanskrit also. Why can't I write? Tell me, why can't I write? Or why I should not write?
Our own interpretation. Not the dharmic interpretation.
You will have your own interpretation. Right? I like Rasgulla, so I'll have a chapter called Rasgulla Kand. That's what I'll make sure everybody will eat Rasgulla. So that's what I like. My own interpretation, my own priorities will come. Is that true? Another one main reason, please everybody remember this, why a human being cannot write Veda is because I am not everybody's well-wisher. I cannot be. It's not humanly possible for me. I can, if I become a pure devotee, then I am a well-wisher of everybody. What does it mean, well-wisher of everybody? That whatever I write is beneficial to everyone. How is it possible? People will not write like that. They'll write what they like. They cannot. Bhagavad Gita, every verse in Bhagavad Gita, every verse in Vedas. Come this way, or yeah, that's fine. Every word in Veda is like a word of your mother. Mother. Why? Why? Does mother speak anything that is bad for you? Huh? आप सभी के लोग everybody आपकी मम्मी ने चिल्लाया कभी? अच्छे के लिए चिल्लाया, बुरे के लिए चिल्लाया? अच्छे के लिए चिल्लाया, है कि नहीं? Vedas are like mother. Any word in the Vedas cannot be for your bad, for your bad. It has to be for your good only. And that is why Vedas cannot be written by a human being. Because we are all affected by goodness, passion, ignorance. सत्वगुण वाले वेद क्यों नहीं लिख सकते? अरे सत्वगुण तो अच्छे, goodness is good. No, goodness also has a problem. What is the problem with सत्वगुण? That you are happy there only. मैं घर के अंदर अच्छा है, घर में रहूंगा. अरे मरने के बाद किधर जाना है? भगवान के पास. वो ठीक है, चलेगा, नहीं जाऊंगा, अभी अच्छा है, घर पे अच्छा चल रहा है. That's another problem. You're stuck in this material world. You will do good, you'll get good. You'll do bad, you'll get bad. लेकिन जन्म मृत्यु जन्म वैसे साइकिल चलता रहेगा, है ना? अच्छा काम किया, स्वर्ग गए, वहां पे अच्छा सोमरस पिया, डांस देखा, डांस किया, फिर मर गए, फिर वापस आ गए. ऐसे करना है क्या? You have to keep doing this again and again. No. शुद्ध सत्व मतलब भक्ति, which is above sattva guna, is what? When you say you do good, but do it on behalf of God. Whatever you do it on behalf of Krishna. Then what happens? Then you rise above Swarga, then you go to Vaikuntha. Out of this material world. No karma. अच्छे कर्म बुरे कर्म उसके ऊपर अकर्म. समझ रहे ना? सत्वगुण अच्छा है, लेकिन सत्वगुण is not the destination. Sattva is a route. You have to go to Sattva. Like for example, if you have to go to Delhi from here, from airway, for example, in the flight you have to go to Delhi. Sitting in the house and thinking, शायद नहीं जाऊंगा, यहीं पे मजा है. That is called tamagun. You are supposed to go, but you are realizing, right? On the road you are going fast, एकदम, in the car लेके जा रहे हो, रजोगुण. You reach the airport and you are sitting in the terminal waiting for the flight. Sattva. You boarded the flight, bhakti. So for bhakti, you can't be on the road. You have to go to the airport. सत्वगुण में आना इंपॉर्टेंट, लेकिन सत्वगुण में बैठ के नहीं टर्मिनल बहुत अच्छा है, क्या करोगे? टर्मिनल में बैठ के दिल्ली जाओगे? कैन यू गो टू दिल्ली बाय सिटिंग इन टर्मिनल? नो, टर्मिनल इज स्टिल अ वाया मीडियम. You reach the entry, now enter. It's called bhakti. Right? When we read Bhagavad Gita, this is bhakti. भक्ति करने से आपको स्वर्ग नहीं मिलेगा. अभी बोल दे रहा हूँ, किसको जाना है चले जाओ. भगवद गीता पढ़ने से आपको स्वर्ग नहीं मिलेगा. आई एम सॉरी, अगर किसी का प्लान है यहाँ पे, आप स्वर्ग के ऊपर जाओगे. Because this is the seva that Krishna likes. In 18th chapter it tells, the one who reads it, the one who says it, the one who distributes it is very dear to me. मुझे इससे प्रिय और कोई नहीं. अगर ऐसा काम आप करोगे तो you will never return to this world. प्रभु, then return to this world इसका मतलब यहाँ क्या करना है? सेवा करो. Prepare yourself to go to God. Right? Make this life, live this life in such a way that after this life you are doing the same activity. Right? Here also you are doing service to God, there also you do service to God. Yeah, you are preparing yourself, right? Before going to exam, you take mock exams. This is also like that only. Before going to warfield, you have training in the army. Kyun? So you don't go there and get surprised. So everything that you are supposed to do there, you do it here also. वहाँ जन्माष्टमी हर दिन होता है, हर वक्त होता है. यहाँ पे जन्माष्टमी सेलिब्रेट करो. Every day Krishna goes outside in his house, and यहाँ पे रथ यात्रा करो. वहाँ पे भी रथ यात्रा हो रहा है ना? So all the festivals are meant to prepare us to go back to God. So which faith? Now Arjuna's question here is very critical. He's saying people who worship according to their own wish, not following Shastra, unka kya hoga? Are they in Sattvagun? Are they in Tamogun? Are they in Rajogun? What gun are they? Right? You can hear last week's class. It was 2 or 14 minutes long class. Right? Everything I discussed, all this. I'll just go, not go in detail now. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be of 3 kinds: in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance. Now hear about this. Who is telling this? मैंने बोल रहा हूँ. Krishna is telling that faith is in 3 modes. नहीं प्रभु जी, मेरा 3 मोड में नहीं है, वो तुम्हारी बात है. भगवान से ज्यादा नहीं जानते हैं. You don't know more than God. So God is telling faith 3 मोड में है. Decide करो किधर है, तो बोलेंगे. O son of Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. How? According to various modes of nature. Particular kind of faith. The living entity, the living being is said to be of a particular faith according to the mode he has acquired. Now, can you tell which mode you are in? Prabhuji, I think I am in mode of goodness. ऐसा नहीं होता. It keeps changing also. If you go to 14th chapter, Krishna explains that mode also keeps changing. But if you can predominated mode कौन सा है? सबसे ज़्यादा वक्त कौन सा गुण आपके पास है? That says that is the predominating mode. In the early morning, Brahma Muhurta, you are in Sattvagun automatically. Nobody gets up 5 o'clock in the morning and starts fighting. Right? But हंस रहे होता है क्या सब? बाप रे 5 बजे लड़ाई हो रहा है. Yeah. So you know the time of the day also determines the mood. 9 o'clock Rajogun starts. चलो ऑफिस चलो, काम करो, रिपोर्ट भेजो, इसको मारो, उसको पकड़ो, ये पूरा चलेगा. रजोगुण है कि नहीं? एंड शाम होते ही तमोगुण, अभी ऐश करने का टाइम है. सुबह से गधे की तरह काम किया, अभी पी के सोएंगे, है ना? अभी मजा करेंगे, पार्टी करेंगे, ये पूरा क्या? तमोगुण. राइट. सो अगर शाम में भगवद गीता क्लास करेंगे तो क्या होगा? मोड ऑफ गुडनेस नहीं, शुद्ध सत्व. Right? So basically, bhakti ka kaam. So it's not like time is favorable for a certain activity, but you can change what you want to do in that time. है ना? Bhagavad Gita class I kept 7:30 in the morning, then it got shifted to 8. Now you people almost shifted it to 8:30. Please come at 8 o'clock. Why? Because the more the sun comes out, the more of passion starts. You cannot hear the class properly. Then you start thinking, class के बाद क्या करना है? Rajogun will kick off. You know, so favorable time is going away. The earlier we start, the better it is. You know? So Krishna is telling, according to the mode you have acquired, your guna will be like that. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. बाप रे, कृष्णा ने एकदम से atom bomb डाल दिया. I will not explain this. Go to the previous class with examples I have told. How people worship who. 5 and 6. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish and who torture the material elements of the body as well as the super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons. So if you are doing unnecessary tapasya, which is not mentioned in the scriptures, आज लड़ाई हो गया, उपवास कर रहा हूँ, नहीं खाऊंगा मैं. What is it? तमोगुण. है ना? उपवास करना, why is it bad? उपवास करना is not bad. एकादशी के दिन उपवास करो. Till जन्माष्टमी, whole day you can do fast. We try to fast till 12 o'clock in the night. Some people don't even drink water, if you can. Otherwise, you can drink water at least. If you can't, eat fruits. If you can't, still eat some ekadashi. Right? Sabudana, samo, something like that. Right? But fast. Why? Fasting will keep your consciousness very close to God. Tamogun will not easily come. You'll be in good guna throughout the festival, like that. So, but fasting, when it is not mentioned in the scriptures, you are torturing your body, and your body is not yours, it's given by God. Elements in the body are getting tortured. So we should not do unnecessary fasting or unnecessary, tapasyas, which are not mentioned in the scriptures on the wrong days. That's a sin actually. पाप है वो. हमारा गवर्नमेंट ऑर्डर पास नहीं किया, उपवास बैठेंगे, फास्ट टिल डेथ. वो क्या है वो? पाप है वो. Don't fast. Sit down. Do your dharana, whatever. Fasting is not right. It's against the gods. Which sloka is telling? 17, 5 and 6. Very clearly Bhagavad Gita is telling. 7. Even the food each person prefers is of three kinds, according to the three modes of mental nature. The same is true of sacrifices, austerities and charity. Now here the distinction between them. Now Lord Krishna is going one more level. He's not only stopping there, he's saying even what we eat, how we work, everything is depending on the three modes. 8. Foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purify one's existence and give strength, health, happiness and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome and pleasing to the heart. Right? Nice ghee, nice butter. Right? Not that Amul butter. Butter made from desi cow ka milk, right? From your churned properly. That gives you more life. Right? That gives you so many benefits. Vegetables which are fresh, right? Vegetables which are grown without any chemicals. Vegetables which are just plucked. Vegetables which in the fridge are in tamoguna. Yeah? But vegetables on the plant are in sattva-guna. Prana Shakti. This is a whole Ayurveda concept. I'm not going to get into that. So Lord Krishna is telling, when you see people who are so particular about when they are eating, what they are eating, how they are eating, they are in mode of goodness. Right? 9. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry and burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery and disease. Too much bitter, too much salty, too much garam, too much, whatever, everything too much in it. Right? What they cause, they create disease. They create disease in you. So we should not get into that. It should not be too hot. It should be mild, warm, lukewarm. That is called goodness. Right? डालते जल गया एकदम से क्या? रजोगुण. And they'll create troubles for you. 10. Foods prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. Food that is tasteless, decomposed and putrid, and food consisting of remnants and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of darkness. That food are dear actually, some people. They like it. वो पिज्जा है कब का है? पिछले हफ्ते का है, गरम करके दे. रोटी कब का है? 3 दिन पहले. नहीं कोई बात नहीं, शक्कर डाल के दे. they like it. People in the mode of ignorance like that kind of food. It's not like they prefer it. All that matters is taste. They don't care about the health aspect. Now you can say, Prabhuji, Prasad 3 घंटे पहले तिरुपति का लड्डू लेकर आ रहे हैं. Prasad is an exception. When you offer that food, bhoga, to God, and God looks at it, then it becomes prasad. Then you can eat it after 1 week also, no problem. But health is also important. Not everything you can eat. That's why they don't give paneer butter masala in Tirupati that you can take it to Hyderabad and eat. They give laddu. Laddu can be stored and kept for 4-5 days. So the prasad also should be meaningfully something that can remain for a long time. ऐसा नहीं कि 2 हफ्ते का पहले लेकर आओ, प्रसाद खाओ कैसे? You can't throw prasad. That doesn't mean you throw it inside and then you go through the problem. So prasad is exception to this rule, but even in your houses, if you are eating food that is cooked 3 hours more earlier, what that will do? That will affect your health. अभी मालूम नहीं चलेगा, बाद में मालूम चलेगा. When you cross 70, then you will have horrible liver, horrible kidneys, because you tortured them a lot. We're wrong, eating the wrong kind of food. So anyway, last week we discussed a lot on this. I'll go further. Text 11. O sacrifice, of sacrifices, the sacrifice performed according to the directions of the scriptures as a matter of duty by those who desire no reward is of the nature of goodness. Sacrifice matlab something that you give to God. Yajna, right? Where you offer it to God. That is sacrifice. But as per scripture karna chahiye. As per Shastra, whatever you do according to your whimsical thoughts, no, that is ignorance. Text 12. But the sacrifice performed for some material benefit or for the sake of pride, O chief of the Bharatas, you should know to be in the mode of passion. हमारे घर में व्रत है, पूरा कॉलोनी आओ. अच्छा है, no problem. लेकिन बुला क्यों रहे हो? Why are you calling? Because I am special. So you're doing things but out of pride, दिखाने के लिए, दिखावे के लिए. बुलाना गलत नहीं है, लेकिन अंदर क्या चल रहा है? कृष्ण जानते हैं. What is going on inside? Krishna knows. You are doing a big puja, calling everybody so they'll get benefited. They will hear nice names of God. Yes, mode of goodness. And then you offer bhoga, give the prasad to everybody. Then now Shuddha Sattva, you're rising above that. Right? You're going towards bhakti now. So people do that kind of sacrifices for and material benefit. ये करेंगे तो मेरा बच्चा नीट में सीट आ जाएगा, यानी ये करेंगे तो मेरे बेटी का शादी हो जाएगा, ये करेंगे तो क्या? What mode of passion? रजोगुण की sacrifice. तिरुपति जाएंगे तो जॉब ले ऑफ नहीं होगा. All those things, तो क्या हो? That is mode of passion. Krishna is not rejecting it. He's saying understand, समझो how people behave in the divisions of faith. Text 13. Any sacrifice performed without regard for directions of the scriptures, without distribution of prasadam, spiritual food, without chanting of Vedic hymns and remunerations to the priests, and without faith is considered to be in the mode of ignorance. We discussed at length on this. I told so many examples. Brahman ko, अच्छे ब्राह्मण का होना बहुत important है. Right? Brahman in the right consciousness. Please hear last week's. I think half an hour I spoke on this verse, or more. And I told my experience of iPod Vrat also.
Yeah.
So, बिना ब्राह्मण के कुछ भी करोगे, it's not going to work. And ब्राह्मण को दक्षिणा ठीक तरह से देना चाहिए, मर्यादा पूर्वक देना चाहिए, पैर छू के, उनके खुशी में, to satisfy him. And ब्राह्मण से मेरा रेट कार्ड इतना है, वो ब्राह्मण नहीं है. लेकिन आपको उतना देना चाहिए कि ब्राह्मण खुश हो जाए. When Lord Ram was married, Dashrath gave so much wealth to the Brahmanas. When Lord Krishna was born, Nanda Maharaj gave so many cows and so much gold to Brahmanas. Right? So you should also give like that to the Brahmanas. Then only the yajna, Brahmana should not expect, but Brahmana should be given. Because Brahmana means somebody who is totally dependent on God. Manu Samhita says that if you give 1 crore rupees to a Brahmana, to a real Brahmana, to a true Brahmana, he'll immediately go and deposit that in the temple and next day morning he'll be begging again. Understood? A Brahmana will never accumulate wealth. कोई ब्राह्मण accumulate wealth कर रहा है तो ब्राह्मण ही नहीं है. तो प्रभु जी आजकल जो ये ब्राह्मण ये लोग कौन है, मतलब and we are also Brahmin. कलो शूद्र संभवा, सब शूद्र है कलयुग में. ब्राह्मण किसी लिए काम नहीं करता, ब्राह्मण इन्फोसिस में काम नहीं करता. सिंपल है, समझ रहे हो? ब्राह्मण सिर्फ भगवान के लिए काम करते हैं. तो प्रभु जी फिर अब कैसे करें? ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के लिए काम करो, इन्फोसिस के लिए काम करो, लेकिन सत्संग अटेंड करो, कृष्ण के भक्त बनो, ऑटोमेटिकली ब्राह्मणिकल क्वालिटीज आ जाएंगी. ब्राह्मण कोई जन्म से नहीं बनता, कर्म से बनता है. वर्ण आश्रम, नॉट जन्माश्रम. मैं ब्राह्मण के कुल में पैदा हुआ, ब्राह्मण हूं, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता. इफ यू हैव ब्राह्मणिकल क्वालिटीज देन यू आर अ ब्राह्मण. क्षत्रिय कैन टेक बर्थ इन ब्राह्मण फैमिली आल्सो, एंड ब्राह्मण कैन टेक बर्थ इन क्षत्रिय फैमिली आल्सो. ये पूरा हॉचपॉच कलयुग में होता है, ठीक है. लेकिन इंपॉर्टेंट इज डेवलप दोस क्वालिटीज, ठीक है. सो वी फिनिश टिल हियर, आई थिंक. Is that true?
Yes.
So now from here we will go 17.14. What is the time? 9:30. आधा क्लास खा लिया मैंने, ठीक है. देवद्विज गुरु प्रजा प्रज्ञा, पूजनम शौचम अर्जवम, ब्रह्मचर्यम अहिंसा च, शारीरम तपोच्यते. Austerity of the body consists in worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and superiors, like the father and mother, and in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence. So here, Lord Krishna is saying austerity of the body consists of the worship. Austerity means tapasya. Real tapasya क्या है? Consists of worship of the Supreme Lord. भगवान का पूजा करना तपस्या है. The Brahmanas, worshipping the Brahmanas, the Guru, spiritual master, the superiors like father and mother, right? And in cleanliness, being clean, remaining clean, staying clean, not only outside, even inside. मन के अंदर शुद्धता, शौच्यम is also important. Just taking bath with Rexona Lux doesn't make you clean. Okay? Hare Krishna mantra when you jump, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then cleaning is happening inside. Andar saaf ho raha hai pura. So every day doing Naam Jap is important. If you don't do Naam Jap, then अंदर cleaning नहीं हो रहा, बाहर cleaning हो रहा है. समझ रहे हैं? किसने बोला? प्रभु जी आपकी मर्जी कुछ भी बोल रहे हो? नहीं. चेतो दर्पणम अर्जनम भव महात्वाग्नि निर्वापनम श्रेयकैव चंद्रिका वितरणम विद्यावधू जीवनम आनंदम बुद्धिवर्धनम प्रतिपदम पूर्णामृत स्वादनम सर्वत्म स्थापनम परम विजयते श्री कृष्ण संकीर्तनम. संकीर्तन चेतो दर्पणम अर्जनम. अपना मन है जो दर्पण की तरह है, like a mirror, it is filled with dust. How it will be cleared? By doing sankirtan. शास्त्र में बताया, we are following what is mentioned in the shastra. So you should do chanting. प्रभु जी चैंटिंग अच्छा नहीं लगता. अच्छा क्यों नहीं लगता? क्योंकि आपका मन इतना अशुद्ध हो गया है. You become so dirty that you don't like chanting. How do you remove the dirt? By chanting. As simple as Prabhupada went and told one couple, old couple, please chant. The old man told, can't. Prabhupada told, chant. He told, can't. लेकिन अरे चैंट करो भैया, रोज नाम जप करो. लेकिन मेरे अभी आज मेरा बैटरी फुल नहीं है, 5 माला बाकी है ना, 16 माला. The more I am deceased, the more mala I have to do. Right? So how do I know I am deceased? I know because my behavior, I know my behavior. Lot of places I am forgetting God, so I should remember God. Right? Then that means to remember God, I should do more japa. Yeah. So you should take a prana. I will do. Baburam Prabhu does 16 malas. Yes. Roja also, you're doing 16? Almost? You're doing 16?
Daily.
Hari Bol daily. Should do. Everybody can do. क्या प्रॉब्लम है? प्रभु जी टाइम नहीं. अच्छा, ये मोबाइल में आपका स्क्रीन टाइम देखूंगा तो मालूम चलेगा किसका कितना टाइम है. है ना? सबके पास time है. Everybody has time. Where you prioritize time is what you get. Yeah. Do your malas. And what that will do? Cleaning inside. Inside it clean. You can't clean. You can't clean. Even if you do that, what is that surgery now? Bypass. Even you do bypass, nothing kuch nahi wala. Even if you put stunt man, you will become stunt man. But you will not become God man. Yeah? You become God man by chanting. Go to every temple. Go to every temple. You hear so many kirtans, you hear so many bhajans. Why do they keep that? Temple is not a silent place. ऐसे रहता है क्या टेम्पल कभी? नहीं, हमेशा भजन चलते रहते हैं. How many gone to Jagannath Puri temple? Inside so many bhajans will be going on loudly. They Hare Krishna, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. क्यों बोलते रहते हैं? जप करने से हृदय में परिवर्तन आता है. It is a science in itself. Do jap. Every day do jap. अभी जन्माष्टमी, अभी से प्रण ले लो. अभी से लेके मैं जप चालू कर रहा हूँ. Every day do jap. कितना टाइम लगता है? करो, एक माला से चालू करो, 4 माला करो, 16 माला करो, और भी ज्यादा. My mother does 48 rounds every day. 48 rounds she does. Every day she does. Now she has nothing else to do. She told अभी क्या करना है? बैठेंगे घर में, जब करते बैठेंगे. When you do 48 rounds in a day, घर में कोई झगड़ा नहीं होगा. बताओ क्यों? टाइम ही नहीं है. झगड़ा करने को टाइम नहीं है. गुस्सा है तो हम 1 मिनट है, जब करके आता हूँ, खत्म. Right? When you do jump, everything becomes commendable. My wife scolds me. Haribol, 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 Haribol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. समझ गया, कुछ गलत किया है कि नहीं? झगड़े में भी कृष्णा जाता है. तो do that so that your heart is cleansed. So he's saying cleanliness, simplicity मतलब क्या है? नीचे बैठना सिंप्लिसिटी है, चेयर पे बैठना घमंड है, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. Simplicity has got nothing to do with how you live. Simplicity is all about why you live. Why am I doing what I'm doing? That determines your simplicity. Okay, how you live also to a certain extent simplicity, but then more important, why? Right? What is the purpose of my life? I'm living for God. अरे ऊपर बैठे. नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ क्यों कर रहे हो जो कर रहे हो? Everything is for my comfort. Then that is not simple. Everything is for others' comfort in the house. My mother should have a good room. My parents should have a good room. My hall should have a big Krishna. Right? My house should be like a temple. This is simplicity. Simplicity doesn't mean living poverty-stricken. Some people think, if you live in a small house in a hot tile, very simple. नहीं. तो वहाँ बैठ के जबरदस्त सीरियल दिखाएगा, क्या होगा तेरा? Right? That's not the point. Simplicity is about consciousness. So that is what Krishna is saying here. Simplicity. Celibacy. Celibacy means enjoyment, keeping Krishna aside. Celibacy, brahmacharya, no sex life. Sex is only for having children. Right? Bringing souls from Krishna, and making them devotees. That is all part of. This is a very high philosophy. But understand, there is a reason for everything. In earlier days, even for doing procreation after marriage, एक मुहूर्त होता था. सुहागरात का भी एक मुहूर्त होता था. There is a muhurt. Why? That is also auspicious activity, Baba. It is nothing is divided from God. समझ रहे हैं ना? भगवान को छोड़ के कुछ ऐसा नहीं होता. You see entire America and England, all of them are taken birth on Friday evening or Saturday night. God knows, that is situation. But India is not like that. Bharat ऐसा नहीं है. Here people have taken birth and they give a nice name to the child. What is the name? Not tomato. You give a name that will remind you of God. When you call him, you should immediately remember God. Like Prabhuji was telling, he named his sons about God. Somebody who makes you remember God. Prabhuji named his son Atharva. Atharva means what? Knowledge relevant to bhakti. Among all the 4 Vedas, Atharva Veda deals with bhakti. It's a knowledge that deals with bhakti. Ganesh ji transcribed all of them. So whenever you call that name, you should immediately remember God. That is the purpose of giving names. People these days, they ask me, Prabhuji, our bachcha or naam kuch batao na. I tell Narayan, I have old fashioned. Hare? राम लगाओ नहीं प्रभु कुछ अच्छा बताओ कैसा नाम चाहिए ऐसा नाम चाहिए जो कोई नहीं लगाया नाम का पर्पस क्या उसमें भी घमंड क्या मल्होत्रा जी बिहान धीरे धीरे वो मुस्लिम के नाम ही लगा देंगे वहां है कि नहीं व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ नेम नेम का मतलब क्या है नाम नाम क्यों बोलते एवरी टाइम यू कॉल यू शुड रिमेंबर गॉड And every time he tells also, that is also chanting, ना नाम जप ये भी है घर पे 10 बच्चा पैदा करो हर किसी को बुलाते रहो हो गया नाम जप हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हो गया जब एक मंत्र earlier days that's what my grandfather he kept his elder sons Raghava second son Madhava third son Narayana my father is third son Narayana. Right? Every name goes behind God's name. Why? Automatically you're chanting God's names. I'm not telling you should not do chanting after keeping names, but you should have names relevant to that. You know, my name, my material name is Palvai Venkata Lakshman Reddy. 4 नाम है इसके अंदर. Palvai मतलब क्या? मेरे फैमिली का नाम. वो that is also related to some rishi or something. Right? All our names are like that. Venkata means Venkateshwar Swami, and it is also my mother's father's name. And Lakshmana means Lakshmanji, Ramanuj. But that is also my father's name. And Reddy is my community name. So मेरा नाम किधर है? Right? But they name like that. They used to name children like that so that they can remember their parents also. Whenever my mother will call me Venkat, immediately she'll remember her father. And she'll also remember Venkateshwar Swami Balaji. My father will call me Lakshman. He'll remember my father's name Lakshman. It's very beautiful. In Tamil Nadu, your name is prefixed by your father's name. Right? That is a beautiful culture of Bharat. Don't destroy it with, keeping names which are difficult to pronounce also. इसके कैसे चिल्लाओगे उसको? इधर आ. राम बोल इधर राम you can immediately tell इससे नाम लगाते अरे बाप रे कई नाम तो समझ में आते हैं किधर का नाम है इस्लाम का नाम है या हिंदू का नाम है या फिर किसका नाम है राइट नाम से बहुत फर्क पड़ता है I'm not against Islam names or against Christian names or anything but name should have a meaning बहुत important meaning के हिसाब से नाम रखो actually नाम हमारे गुण के मुताबिक होता है name is given according to our patrika, and looking at the gun, the Brahman says the names. We are given 5 names. Let me not get into that. There are too many things. But point is, and non-violence. So austerity also includes non-violence. Being non-violent. Non-violent means what? Killing somebody is violence. Killing somebody with what? With knife, and more sharper than knife is tongue. Killing somebody with words which are so torturing, so abusive, so insulting is horrible. That is also non-violence. दोनों लड़के आ रहे हो क्या? So non-violence, right? So here Lord Krishna is telling tapasya क्या है? Now let us summarize this verse. Tapasya. What is tapasya? Tapasya means to worship God, to worship Guru, to worship your parents, to be non-violent, to be simple. Simple living is also tapasya. And to maintain celibacy and being clean. This is tapasya. समझे ना? हरि बोल. Text 15. अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत् स्वाध्याययाभ्यसनं चैव वाङ्मयं तप उच्यते Swadhyaya Abhyashanam. Sorry. Swadhyaya Abhyashanam Chaiva. Evan Mayam Tapa Uchate. Vakmayam Tapa Uchate. Difficult verse. Okay. Text 15. So, austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. Austerity of body. First was austerity of body, verse number 14. Now, verse number 15 is austerity of speech. किसमें है? तपस्या of speech किसमें है? To speak the truth. It's very difficult to speak the truth all the time, but one should practice to speak the truth all the time. It should be pleasing to others. जो बात कर रहे हो, लोगों को अच्छा लगना चाहिए, right? Like I went to the security now. I didn't go and shout. I first went and told, Bhagavad Gita class hai bhaiya. You know, why are you stopping people every week, right? So immediately, no problem. Immediately they also, if you go and make a big sound and shout at them, then वो क्या सोचेंगे? कौन सा class दे रहा है तू? What is your way of talking? What are you talking about? है कि नहीं? So everything matters. Who you are dealing with how you are dealing should not change based on who you are dealing. Then that is real austerity of speech. Sometimes you have to deal, but that is not the first way of dealing. Sometimes you have to raise your voice when people are completely not, they are behaving in tamo guna, then you have to raise your voice. But starting the conversation itself with raised voice is what? Right? That is tamo guna. So austerity consists of speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial. Whatever you speak should be beneficial for others. Don't come to satsang and people come to satsang and they start, commenting on each other. Oh, देखो कब आ रहा है, इतना लेट आ रहा है, फिर भी इतना, अपने आप को पता नहीं क्या सोचता है, like that. Speak things which are beneficial. By me speaking to somebody, is it going to benefit him or no? Or benefit others or no? What is the purpose of my discussion? Very important. In office also it applies. I tell this in office also. That why are you talking about somebody if the manager is not good? Okay, so what do you want to do about it? Right? Send him for training or give him a better person under him so he can work. So something, the discussion should be for benefiting somebody. Okay, you can complain, but complaint should be followed with a solution. And both should be conveyed. So Krishna is telling that austerity of speech includes speaking things which are always beneficial for others, not agitating to others. Meaning the way you are speaking is such that people are getting irritated when you are speaking. They just want to leave from that place when you are speaking. Means you are speaking the way it's agitating others. And also in regularly reciting Vedic literature, it's very, very important that we regularly read Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata. Why? It's regular, not once in a week. Regularly. Every night before sleeping, at least I'm trying, I read at least for half an hour. I sit down and I read. My wife, sometimes she listens. Or sometimes she is only reading her own. She reads a different book, I read a different book. And then we sleep. Because सोने से पहले consciousness अच्छा होना चाहिए. And sometimes we discuss also. So it helps in our spiritual life. There can be 1,000 issues between each other. But there has to be some time where we raise above that and we start reading something. Is it a good idea? It helps. It's not easy, बहुत मुश्किल है. Because अभी झगड़ा हुआ, you'll choose such a verse that एकदम झाड़ने का verse निकालो. वो भी गलत है. But you should practice that. 16. Mana prasada samyatvam. Mana prasada samyatvam. Maunam Atma Vinigraha Bhava Samshuddhir iti etat Tapo Manashamuchyate. And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. Wow, Krishna is telling body, speech, and then mind. Right? So here he's saying, what are the austerities of the mind? Satisfaction. Mind is never satisfied. कभी संतुष्टि नहीं होता. ये खरीदा वो क्यों नहीं खरीदा, ये खरीदा वो क्यों नहीं खरीदा. See, earlier we used to go to, my mother used to give me a list. I'm sure most of you go and get this from the shop. सिंपल जिंदगी, शॉप के बाहर ठहरता था, लिस्ट दे दिया, वो पूरा पैक करेगा, डाल दिया, लेकर आ गया. अभी क्या आ गया, विजेता मर गए, है कि नहीं. मम्मी ने बोला ब्रेड लाओ, जाके कौन सा ब्रेड, मम्मी ने बोला साबुदाना लेकर आओ, कौन सा साबुदाना, मम्मी ने बोला ये लेकर आओ, 15 ब्रांड है कि नहीं. माइंड, इट्स अ प्लेग्राउंड फॉर द माइंड. हाउ मेनी पीपल हैव वेस्टेड 10% ऑफ योर लाइफ ऑन Amazon? इतना पागल वेबसाइट है, I'm telling you, it will make you go crazy, right? सबसे कम प्राइस, सबसे अच्छा रेटिंग, सबसे अच्छा ऑप्शन, सबसे जल्दी डिलीवरी, सबसे जल्दी टूटेगा. What are you trying to achieve? Just take the damn thing, get out of that website. No. और वो भी चालू है वेबसाइट वाला, ये खरीदा तो ये भी ले सकते हो. फिर उसके लिए इसमें ये कॉम्बिनेशन, बस क्या 10% of a day is gone buying a screwdriver. That's all, right? Instead just go to the hardware shop, ये screwdriver कितना छोटा बड़ा छोटा, हो गया, right? So the more options for a mind is hell. The more choices you give to your children, they'll go mad. Children don't want choices, don't give them choices. Children just want you to decide what is good for them. They will not tell you, but that is the right thing to do. Just tell them this is good for you. खत्म. If you go and tell your child, बेटा अब आप choose करो, आपको क्या अच्छा लगता है, बच्चा क्या सोचेगा, people think that is good. No, you are creating a demon in your house. एक रावण को बना रहे हो घर के अंदर. Just imagine, बचपन से ऐसे बच्चा पैदा करके ऐसे तैयार करोगे, then that fellow will become 25-year-old. He'll go to office. That manager will tell, send me that report. कौन सा report? ये report, वो report, कितने report, कितने बार पूछोगे, अरे क्या हमने काम करने के लिए बोला था, I just asked you to work. That fellow can't deal with it. He cannot settle with anything one, because he's brought up like that. Confused, पागल हो जाएगा वो. You don't need to take tensions for so many things. You know what I do now? When I get a list to go, I go and give the list in the counter of Vijeta. पूरा लेकर आ जाओ. खत्म. Sir, which brand? कुछ भी लाओ. चलेगा. अच्छा वाला लेकर आओ. And what that saves me? That saves me so much. In the meantime, I can talk to somebody on the phone. I can reply to messages. And when I finish, खत्म. जब I can do one mala also sitting there. Right? So many things I can do. Nonsense. Why I have to spend my time? समझ रहे हो ना? Be intelligent. Don't give too many choices to your mind. शादी के लिए भी, मतलब यहाँ पे बहुत सारी लड़कियां शादी के लिए तैयार है, लड़के लोग भी तैयार. ज्यादा चूज मत करो, पागल हो जाओगे. ऐसे भी मिलने वाला पागल ही है. ऐसे भी मिलने वाला ऐसे ही मिलेगा. Don't think. कितना लंबा होना चाहिए, गोरा होना चाहिए, बाल अच्छे होने चाहिए, आंख अच्छे होने चाहिए, दिल भी साफ होना चाहिए, कमाना भी चाहिए और बहुत कमाना चाहिए, घर भी होना चाहिए, सास ससुर मर जाने चाहिए. वो चेक बॉक्स में है ना, फादर एंड मदर अलाइव. There the website.
People are saying
Yeah, they are very particular now.
whether they stay with parents, with their sisters.
First is whether they are existing. I'm not saying you should not choose, but That choice will not make you happy. That choice will not make you happy.
जो Facebook का CEO है, Mark Zuckerberg, he wears only a grey color T-shirt. That's all he wears, because he wants to avoid making choices every day, so that he can spend his time on making the right choices.
See, Haribol, so beautifully told. Intelligent people should not get into so much choice business. मेरा क्या choice है बताओ? सर हर संडे सुबह यही अवतार में देखेंगे, है नहीं? सफेद 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 खत्म हो गया, no choice. Why people used to wear dhoti and kurta in our past? Dhoti khandwa. You don't need any stitching if you become fat also, thin also. क्यों नहीं? या नॉट यहाँ लगता तो यहाँ लगेगा बस हो गया. No decision making, कुछ भी नहीं है decision making इसमें, है कि नहीं? भाई साहब दो धोती दो खांडवा दो कुर्ता दो. Actually kurta is also not there in Vedic. It's only chadar डाल देता है, right? You just put it. Why? Because you don't want to be bodily conscious. We are spiritual by nature. We don't think about body that much, even in our clothes. समझ रहे हैं? बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया. Okay, so where am I? Yeah. Self-control, very important. Purification of one's existence and the austerity of mind. So your mind should be put into austerity. Biggest austerity for mind is chanting. Chant नहीं करने देगा, जप नहीं करने देगा, करते रहो, even if you don't like it. 17. श्रद्धया परया तपम तप्तम. श्रद्धया परया तप्तम. तपस्तत्त्रिविधं नरै. अपलाकांक्षिभिर्युक्तै. अपलाकांक्षिभिर्युक्तै सात्विकं परिचक्षते. This threefold austerity performed with transcendental faith by men, not expecting material benefits, but engaged only for the sake of the Supreme is called austerity in goodness. Tapasya abhi sattva mein kya hai? First Lord Krishna told 14th shloka about body. Then he told about speech. Then he talked about mind. Now he's talking about in goodness specifically. Sattva. This threefold misery, this threefold austerity, this previous three austerities, performed with transcendental faith, Shastra ke mutabik, and with proper faith. So when you do this austerity of mind, speech and body, by men not expecting material benefits. When you do these things, not expecting any material benefits related to the body, but engaged only for the sake of the Supreme. You are doing all the austerity for whom? For God. For the sake of the Supreme is called austerity in goodness. Wow. Krishna, such a beautiful explanation. He didn't tell the shloka in the beginning. He told first, what are those three things? Austerity of body, austerity of speech, austerity of mind. These three things, when you do it for him, that is austerity in goodness. Very good. Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. Very good. Satkara mana purjartham. Tapo dambena chaiva yat. क्रियते तद इह प्रोक्तम. राजसं चलम अद्रुवम. Penance performed out of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. He knows everything, right? So what is he telling? Whatever these penances you are doing, if you are doing for respect, लोगों को बताने के लिए, भगवद गीता हम हर सवेरे हर संडे सुबह भगवद गीता क्लास जाते हैं, हम ग्रेट हैं। क्यों आ रहे हैं? कौन से मोड में आप लोग? रजोगुण, पैशन, है ना? हम भगवद गीता क्लास जाते हैं, बहुत अच्छा लगता है, हम सीखते हैं। एवरी संडे मॉर्निंग स्टार्ट्स इन अ ब्यूटीफुल वे। सत्संग, you're not promoting yourself, you're promoting Bhagavad Gita class. What are you promoting? You're promoting yourself or you're promoting Bhagavad Gita? Yeah. For gaining respect, honor and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. People who say that never attend regularly. Because who is the center of the class? Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is the center of the class. यहाँ मेरा ग्लोरिफिकेशन नहीं हो रहा है, आपका नहीं हो रहा है, भगवद गीता का हो रहा है ना? वी आर अप्रिशिएटिंग कृष्णा। अरे क्या बात कर रहे हैं, जय श्री कृष्ण, व्हाट अ भगवद गीता। सो व्हेन यू डू दैट, देन यू विल बी मोर मोटिवेटेड टू कम टू द क्लासेस, देन यू विल बी मोर मोटिवेटेड टू कंटिन्यू व्हाट यू आर डूइंग। If you do worship for the pleasure of God, you will do it every day. If you do worship because you feel nice, you will not do it every day. Lot of people go to temples for vibration. मैं बोलता हूँ वाइब्रेटर खरीदे घर में, वाइब्रेशन के लिए टेंपल क्या है? टेंपल इज नॉट अ प्लेस फॉर वाइब्रेशन, टेंपल इज अ प्लेस फॉर डिवोशन, है ना? वाइब्रेंट फीलिंग्स आई गेट, वाइब्रेंट साउंड्स आई हियर, देयर आर साइड इफेक्ट्स, बट मेन थिंग इज डिवोशन, सेवा। Seva should go, and what you should do by going to temple, you can go to the pujari and ask, can I do some seva here? Can you give me some seva? Right, last week I discussed about one person taking a bucket of water from Yamuna to, Radha Gopi Vallabh TT in Vrindavan, and somebody said, I lift that bucket. He started crying. No, don't take that bucket, because this is my only seva. If you take this, then where is seva for me? You should be greedy for seva. Greed is not a negative thing, provided you use it for the right purpose. Greed for hearing classes, greed for doing seva, greed for going to yatra is good greed. Right? Everything you can engage in bhakti in the right positive way. Mooda grahane manoyat. One second. Mooda grahena Atmana, Mooda Grahe, I'll repeat that one sentence. Mooda Grahena Atmana, Yat Pidaya Kriyate Tapa, Yat Pidaya Kriyate Tapa, Parasyot Sat Dhanartham Va, Tat तामशम उदाहृतम, तामशम उदाहृतम। Penance performed out of foolishness, with self-torture, or to destroy or injure others, is said to be in a mode of ignorance. So I'm doing this austerity of mind, austerity of body, austerity of speech to destroy somebody, to harm somebody. Such kind of penances are in the mode of ignorance, tamoguna, right? Out of foolishness also, I'll just do it, whatever. Like there are so many institutions that are open now. I'm not against any institution, but I have to be vocal about some institutions which are actually damaging the society, saying 7 दिन कुछ बात मत करो, मौन रखो। किधर बोले? कौन से शास्त्र में? शास्त्र प्रमाण दिखाओ। अर्जुना's question, what are you performing as? मौन किसको बोलते हैं? गंदे चीज बात करना बंद करना मौन है। Better than not speaking is speak about Krishna. Better than not speaking is chant the names of God. समझ रहे हो ना? So or do meditation, don't think of anything. किधर बोले? Where is it mentioned? Meditation should not think about anything. Meditation should Vishnu Smaranam, to focus on the feet of Vishnu. You can think about Balaji, you can think about Lord Ram while you are meditating. Who is talking here? Don't meditate about your time sheet. Don't meditate about your salary credit. right? Don't think about all those nonsense things. Meditation means ekagrita. On what? On God. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekaha kurunandana. Krishna is telling in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Vyavasayatmika buddhi, spiritual knowledge. Ekaha kurunandana. One pointed attention. Bahushaka anantascha buddhira vyavasayana. Should not think on 5-6 faiths. Then what will happen? 5-6 branches. It will not be able to focus on anything. Focus on one thing. Bhagavad Gita will focus करना है. बस focus. Krishna, Ishvara, Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadiragri Govinda, Sarva Karana Karana. ब्रह्मा बता रहे हैं सर्व कारण कारण कृष्ण कृष्ण भगवान है बस कृष्ण पे फोकस करो गणेश चतुर्थी है तो गणेश जी को बोलो कृष्ण का मर्सी मुझे चाहिए आप बड़े भक्त हैं मुझे भी ऐसी भक्ति दो यू आर नॉट चेंजिंग फोकस यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू टेल गणेश जी तुमसे बड़ा भगवान कौन तुमसे अरे गणेश मेरे को गणेश जी मेरे को प्रॉब्लम में क्यों डाल रहे हो आई एम वेरी क्लियर अबाउट माय एग्जिस्टेंस राइट योर फेवरेटिज्म शुड नॉट रिजल्ट इन डिविजन्स ऑफ फेथ your faith should be one like a chaste wife for a chaste wife husband that's it there is no other thought and she'll be peaceful and happy also agree or a chaste husband wife that's it and no other thought he'll be very peaceful in life if you open your gates then he'll go mad agree yeah, same way here also you should be very very focused so here to injure others out of foolishness with self-torture or to injure others is said to be in the mode of ignorance. 20. Text 20. Datavyam iti yad danam diyate anupakarine दीयते अनुपकारिणे देशकाले च पात्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं समृतं स्मृतम् charity given out of duty without expectation of return at the proper time and place and to the worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. Now, daan dena bhi, it's very important that in what mode it is. Right? Don't think that just giving charity is good. Charity itself is good, but it is also divided into 3 modes. Right? What charity you are giving, when you are giving, how you are giving, to whom you are giving also determines whether it is in Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamagun. One person, in Pune, it's a real incident, he got some big profit or something happened. He said, I'm going to feed poor people all over the Pune. So he put banners everywhere. And then he made mutton biryani and supplied to 10,000 people. Then he called some sadhus to that event. And that sadhu went and told him, hey, you are such a nice person. You have such a good heart. You want to give, to everyone. You are trying to serve. But then why are you feeding them mutton biryani? You can feed them something vegetables, something vegetarian or simple. नहीं दान दे रहे हैं प्रॉब्लम क्या है अन्न दान दे रहे हैं मटन दान दे रहे हैं see you are killing somebody for that it's not like mutton you can find on tree you can pluck and eat no you have to kill somebody's life you are taking no but we have to maintain equilibrium in the planet right क्या problem है equilibrium सब maintain हो रहा है only humans are creating an equilibrium there is a limit there is a way there is a reason why people eat meat. Not that you go and distribute meat to the whole world saying that, daan kar rahe hain. This, what is the kind of danam is that? Tamogun. Tamo dana. The charity done, but in the mode of ignorance. Immediately that person, he understood. That sadhu told him, "तुम जो कर रहे हो गलत कर रहे हो. Don't do this again. You can nicely offer it to God and give, do the right thing. But oh my God, I didn't. So what, sir? What? So much karma I did. So don't worry. Krishna will remove the karma if you have the guilt. Serve him, slowly he'll take care of it. But so then he went and told some people, let's not do such things. Right? So Charity you are doing, but how you are doing, when you are doing, what you are doing is also important. One of my cousin sisters, when I was coming from US, I used to travel a lot previously. So she called me and said, get something for your Jiju. You're going to US, so to get something for my Jijaji. So I said, what should I bring? She said, when you get down in the airport, you're coming to Dubai, right? I said, yeah, I'm coming to Dubai. So when you get down in the airport in duty free, you get black label, red label, this label, that label, get it. Oh yeah, I told my sisters, why do you want to get it? नहीं तुम्हारे जीजू की खुशी के लिए. अगर जीजू खुश तो मैं भी खुश. मैं खुश तो फैमिली खुश. अरे मैं खुश लाइट लोग ये खुशी खुशी चल रहा नहीं. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get that kind of things. Instead, I bought some dates. Get good dates in that part of the world. So I got those dates. So it's very important we choose. Just because somebody else likes it doesn't mean that you give it. You can still choose what you want to give. See, I take some prasad in the car. These days I'm forgetting sometimes, but I take some prasad in the car. Whenever these beggars come, I give prasad. Take. You'll be surprised, some people don't take. They want money only. Right? When I take that money, that fellow will go and eat mutton biryani. I'll get the karma. I don't want to give that money. You take prasad. Give some food. Then that is good, no? You can write money you don't know. I've lost faith in, I'm not telling never give, but you should be very, very careful about giving money to people who just for the sake of, so many fake people are there on the road now. If you observe after the signal is green, you just see in the side mirror how that fellow is walking now. He came to you limping and now he'll walk straight and go to the side. That means they're all doing natak to get money. Not everybody, but most of them. So why to take risk? Give some pressure. Take 5 laddus in your house. When you offer it to God, keep 5 laddus in the car. Distributing prasad is very good. You'll get human birth in next life. Let anybody who eats prasad, pakka you'll get human birth. So give that opportunity for them, right? So you should know, what kind of charity you are giving. So here, Lord Krishna is saying, which one we read? 20? 20. Charity given out of duty, without expectation of return, at a proper time and place, and to a worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. Yattu pari upakara artham phalam uddishya vapuna diyate cha परिक्लिष्टं तद्दानं राजसं समृतं तद्दानं राजसं स्मृतं. But charity performed with the expectation of some return or with a desire for fruitive results or in a grudging mood is said to be charity in the mode of passion. Right? I think it's very self-explanatory, right? So with some expectation, after giving charity, मेरा नाम है क्या, मेरा नाम बोला क्या, right? You should not expect that. Person taking charity should tell. Temple will tell her इन्होंने किया, लेकिन you should not expect that, अबे मेरा नाम क्यों नहीं बोला, right? Or with the desire of fruitive results. I'm doing charity for a pakka, if I give charity of clothes, actually it's there in the Vedas. We do charity of clothes, you will get good clothes in the next life. If you give charity of medicine, you will not get diseases in next life. So many things are there. Laundry list of things are there. But if you do with that, that is charity in the mode of passion. And pakka you'll have a next life. Right? You yourself are creating a next life. Agla janam अच्छा होना चाहिए. तो अगला जन्म ही क्यों चाहिए? Why do you want another janma? Try to get out of that. Do charity without any expectation. Do it on behalf of God. One fellow told, I'm doing so much charity because God is not doing anything. लोग सोचते हैं ऐसा, भगवान कुछ नहीं कर रहा, हम कर रहे हैं. One fellow in that, I do not tell, some society is like, why are you doing prasad distribution instead? Why are you doing this festival? Instead, go distribute food in the poor people. I replied to him, why do you have that car? Sell it and distribute to the poor. Why do you have that, this brand belt, that brand shoe, that brand this? पूरा बेच दो, पूरा बोल. How can you talk to me like that? मेरी मर्जी, तुम्हारी मर्जी, मेरी मर्जी. है कि नहीं? Only when you are giving to God, you calculate so much. When you want to do it for yourself, how much do you spend on your birthday? For children's birthday? I'm telling you, I'm so disappointed. We are having Janmashtami in this society, 600 flats, each flat is worth 2 to 3 crores. I don't want to tell the number of donation that we got. It is so pathetic. I'm not insulting anybody by saying this. I'm just saying the consciousness. People don't want to give. Why people don't want to give? Because they lost faith. They lost faith in people who use the donation for the right cause. We have to increase that faith again by showing them that your every penny is being used for the right cause. And that is very important. But people are losing faith. We should donate every month. Keep it as your, like a standard deduction from your salary. Some temple, some place where you have faith that they are doing the right thing. But don't stop it. If you stop charity, then you will not enjoy whatever money you get also. We will become like a shackle. People who give charity are always very loose. They're very happy and joyful. Daan dena bahut important. If you don't give dhanam, then you will become like, very jakade ho jaoge. You will never be happy with anything you get. But people who give charity on a regular basis, not just regular basis and special festivals also. Like, my father taught me that there has to be a regular donation. Whether how much ever you earn, ये month अच्छा earning नहीं है, फिर भी charity जाना चाहिए. Charity should not stop. And on special occasions, Janmashtami, Gaur Purnima, Narsimha Chaturdashi, there has to be more dhanam. And for what you should do dhanam? For Shastra distribution, for conducting satsangs, right? For prasad khilana. Like for example, we all together contribute every week for the prasad here. Not only for all of us, right? How many are we? 20, 30. How much did you order for? 50, 60. Why order more? Because आपको पुण्य मिलेगा, हम सभी को पुण्य मिलेगा. किसको दे रहे हैं? People who can't afford, like security guards, housekeeping, people who are doing cleaning, they barely have good meals. At least one day in a week, we should give some good prasad. Is that a good idea? Huh? If you increase more, I'll increase more. And so that more prasad can be used, security. We are not going security. Kya problem? We should give prasad not only to fill the stomach, but when you give prasad, your heart is also filled. Food fills the stomach, prasad fills the heart. They actually feel so nice, Whenever I go to the apartment, they look at me, and they look at any devotee who comes in. With anybody, they feel, hey, these people are good, they actually think about us. For Rath Yatra also, we make prasad, make sure everybody has. Everybody has. Because that is the goal. Goal is not for recognition. Goal is for serving. Right? So here, without any expectation, we should do. What is the text number 22? Adeshakale yaddanam apatrebhyascha diyate asatkritam avajñātam tat tamasham udahratam. And charity performed at an impure place, at an improper time, to unworthy persons, or without proper attention and respect, is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Very important thing Krishna is telling. Charity कितना देर में important है, कैसे दे रहे हो, बहुत important है. मेरे नाम से एक विचार दे दो, आप जाके दो, बहुत फर्क है. This is Pinda Pradhan people do, for ancestors. Some Brahmana will come, take the 10,000 दे दो कुछ भी टेंपल पे लगा दो मेरे को टाइम नहीं. That kind of entrepreneur is that in the mode of ignorance. You think that will go to the ancestors? It will not go. Because the Brahmana will not be happy. Nobody will be happy. It will be like you will not get any benefit out of it. Simple सी बात है प्रभु जी. आप जो करोगे वही आपको फल मिलेगा. You should give it respectfully. You should give it as a service. You should give it with lot of compassion. You should give it with bhakti. Anything you do it in a proper consciousness. Giving dana doesn't make you elevated, makes him elevated. Reverse है, हम लोग उल्टा सोच रहे हैं. If you give charity, you will get good night's sleep. Right? If you give charity, you will get good night's sleep. If he uses charity for a wrong purpose, he will not get good night's sleep. You should give without any expectation and do it with lot of respect. When you're giving dakshina to Brahman also, after the whole puja in the house, take him aside, take his blessings, give it in his hand and ask, please forgive any mistakes you have done. No, आप लोग कोई mistake है. He'll always feel like that. But that is your dharma to tell. Prabhuji, सब ठीक हुआ Prabhuji. Even after doing yatra, I went to Shivavilas Prabhu. Just following what my guru taught me. Prabhuji कुछ गलती हुआ तो माफ करो. पता नहीं इधर उधर प्रोग्राम अरेंज करने में थोड़ा नहीं प्रभुजी कुछ नहीं प्रभुजी प्लीज माफ करो हमारा गलती मतलब जानबूझ के नहीं किया. So you should be in that consciousness. बोलने के लिए नहीं, ऐसे बोलने के लिए नहीं. Are you feeling that inside? Right? Some guest comes to your house and you treat him badly. No, that is not our Sanatana Dharma. Atiti Devo Bhava. We treat everybody like God. Right? If he comes to your house and goes out of your house unhappy, don't think no reaction will come. Reaction will come. Reaction will come. नो प्रभु जी वो गलत आदमी था, कुछ भी था, घर के अंदर मर्यादा, घर के बाहर भी मर्यादा, ठीक है. बट यू शुड बी वेरी वेरी रेस्पेक्टफुल इन योर डीलिंग्स एंड डू इट विदाउट एनी एक्सपेक्टेशन. Do it without any expectation. Dhanam means without any. How much you should do charity? I told this many times. थोड़ा पिंच लगना चाहिए, है कि नहीं? I earn 5 lakhs per month, 5,000 दिया, पिंच लगा. 10,000 दिया, पिंच लगा. 50,000 दिया, अब थोड़ा पेन हो रहा है तो. You should pinch you. थोड़ा लगना चाहिए कि चैरिटी दिया, ऐसा नहीं है 200 रुपए दिया. गाय लेके कोई 10 रुपए दे, 10 रुपए से कुछ पिंच होता है? गाय को घास भी नहीं मिलता है 10 रुपए से. Give, so you're actually giving, and on whose behalf? His behalf you are giving. Give charity regularly. Give it in adequate quantity. Adequate quantity doesn't matter for him; it matters for you. If you give less quantity, it doesn't work for you. Your quantity should be such that it affects you. Your attachment towards that money will go away if you give adequately and give it at the right place to a proper person and a proper situation. Who is known for great charity in Mahabharata? चलो गया ना, कुछ भी. दान वीर सूर वीर भाव करना. There is no verse in Mahabharata which says Karna was a Danavir. एक वर्ष मेरे को लेकर का दिखाओ, मैं बैठा हूं यहाँ पे, दिखाओ मेरे को लेकर आए. उसको पॉपुलर बना दिया. He didn't do any charity. He did negotiation with Indra. Simple है. मेरा कवच कुंडल काम नहीं कर रहा है भी, शक्ति बांध दे. Give me the vajra. Yeah, he did negotiation. It's there in Mahabharata. Clearly बोल रहा था, I need the vajra, so I'm giving you this. Okay? He came to ask, but he did not stop asking. He said, okay, I give you this, give me the vajra. And Indra got understood that this fellow is going to use it. He said, you can only use it once. In my hand, I can use it many times. So he never कर सकते, because he knew the intention. Did he ask permission of Duryodhan before he gave the Kavach and Kundal? No. Duryodhana is fighting the war in the name of because Karna is backing him. Because Karna has Kavach and Kundal. He should tell, na? Mera dost, mera friendship day dost. मैं कवच कुंडल दे रहा हूँ. Did he ask? There is no verse in Mahabharata which says that I am giving Kavach and Kundal, where he is going and discussing. No, he didn't discuss anything because he was very self-centered fellow. He was very clear. I have to kill Arjuna. For that, I'll go to any extent. He already defeated me 3 times. Now I don't want to take another defeat. I want my weapon that is undefeatable weapon. He was not any charity. One other place people misinterpret that, that fellow gave Dhanam to Kunti, saying that, one of your sons will be, I'll be a Pandava. No, that was not Dhanam. And by the way, Kunti did not go and beg for the life of anybody. Kunti, in fact, told, do the war. To Krishna, she said, no negotiation, let the war. I'm Kshatrani. I'm a warrior's wife. My son should not beg for kingdom. Let them come and smash these people and take the kingdom. Then, after the war was decided, then Kunti started thinking, Arey, war means so many people will be killed. So many people will be killed. Let me do something to stop the war. She felt. She went to Karna to tell him that he is her son, not with the intention to, say that now, you save the Pandavas. No, her intention was, if you at least know that, you will not do the war. And if you don't do the war, Duryodhana may stop the planning of doing the war. तो स्टार प्लस में उल्टा दिखा है, डीडी में उल्टा दिखा है, शास्त्र में क्या है? सही है, समझ रहे हैं? She never went and begged, and he is the one who told Kunti that okay, I will, but I have to do the work because my friend is there, and for my friend I have to do. I have already promised. I can't go back on my word. Right? I can't go back on my word. But by the way, you will not lose any son because your count will remain the same, 5. Even if I die or Arjuna die. But Kunti never asked for it. Kunti was not like, oh, बहुत अच्छा कार्य कर रहे हो, मेरे बेटे को बचा दिया. Nothing like that. And Mahabharata shows in our TV serial that so many times Karna got an opportunity to kill the Pandavas. But he did not kill. He got an opportunity to kill Yudhishthir, but he did not kill. He got an opportunity to kill Bhima, but he did not kill. It shows it. But how many times Mahabharata TV serial showed that even Bhima got an opportunity to kill Karna, he did not kill. Even Nakul and Sahadev got an opportunity to kill Karna, they did not kill. They don't show. Why? Why they did not kill? Because Arjuna had done a pran that I have to kill this fellow. So the brothers decided, we will not kill that fellow. Let Arjuna only kill. Right? So anyway, Mahabharata, today evening we will discuss many such things. But the point is, Dhanam should be done in the right consciousness, to the right person, at the right place. Otherwise, that will give negative results also. It will give negative results also. It should be very, very clear. Why am I giving charity? To whom am I giving charity? How much am I giving charity? Now government is giving free money to farmers. Is it a good thing? It's a bad thing. I am seeing many of you are sitting in city. You don't know. I go to a village. I have a farm. I have cows. I deal with farmers. I sit with them. The farmers themselves tell, sir, जब से वो दिया पूरा village सत्यानाश हो गया. Nobody is working. Nobody is working. They want free money. They are choosing political parties in the name of money. बिक रहे हैं लोग पैसे के लिए. Is the charity good? Is giving anything free good? No. Dhanam is good. Kings used to give charity on special occasions, special festivals. To whom? To Brahmanas. Because they have to distribute Brahma Gyan. Brahmana depends completely on charity only. But what happened to us, all of us? We don't need anything free. I don't want anything free. I'll work hard. I'll learn my living. That is a farmer. Farmer depends on God. He sows the seed and he looks up. Rain has to fall, which is not in his hands. Completely dependent on God. Now what is farmer depending on? Raitu Bandhu, this Bandhu, that Bandhu, this scheme, that scheme. What is going on? Right? So this is not charity, proper charity. It's in the mode of Ignorance. Ignorance charity. With the expectation to get votes, with the expectation to have power. You know, 23. Om Tat Sat Iti Nirdesho Brahmanastri Vida Smrta Brahmanastena Vedascha Yajnascha Vihita Pura. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. Once more, Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by the Brahmanas while chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Right? So now Lord Krishna is talking how the sacrifices finish, how the Brahmanas finish. You know, whatever, in what mode, in Sattvagun. I'll read the purport, please, everybody here. It has been explained that penance, sacrifice, charity, and foods are divided into three categories: the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. But whether first class, second class, or third class, they are all conditioned, contaminated by the material modes of nature. When they are aimed at the Supreme, Om Tat Sat, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Eternal, they become means of spiritual elevation. In the scriptural injunctions, such an objective is indicated. These three words, Om Tat Sat, particularly indicate the absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Vedic hymns, the word Om is always found. One who acts according without following the regulations of the scriptures will not attain the absolute truth. He will get some temporary result, but not the ultimate end of life. The conclusion is that the performance of charity, sacrifice, and penance must be done in the mode of goodness. Performed in the mode of passion or ignorance, they are certainly inferior in quality. The three words Om Tat Sat are uttered in conjunction with the holy name of the Lord. Example, Om Tat Vishnu. Whenever a Vedic hymn or the holy name of the Supreme Lord is uttered, Om is added. This is the indication of the Vedic script literature. These three words are taken from Vedic hymns. Om iti etad brahmano nirdeshtam nama Rigveda indicates the first goal. Then tat tvam asi Chandogya Upanishad 6.8.7 indicates the second goal. And sad eva saumya Chandogya Upanishad 6.2.1 indicates the third goal. Combined, they become Om Tat Sat. Formerly, when Brahma, the first created living entity, performed sacrifices, he indicated by these three words the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the same principle has been followed by disciplinic succession. So, this hymn has great significance. Bhagavad Gita recommends, therefore, that any work done should be done for Om Tat Sat, for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When one performs penance, charity, and sacrifice with these three words, he is acting in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is a scientific execution of transcendental activities which enables one to return home back to Godhead. There is no loss of energy in acting in such a transcendental way. Beautiful explanation. Who chanted this Om Tat Sat first time? Brahmaji, at the time of creation. Right? Om means God. Sat means eternal. Right? Tat means for your benefit. Right? So, it is completely offered. So, whenever we also give any charity, in your mind you can say Om Tat Sat. But I'm not doing it for my benefit. I'm doing it for God. In fact, Prabhuji, in every time of your life, even in the offices, even if you're doing a material programming, after you finish that, just offer it to God. Khatam. You know, it's God. Whatever I've done my duty. I should not have any attachment for any recognition. Right? Marriage, Om Tat Sat. Or even cremation, Om Tat Sat. I'm done. I've done with my duty without any expectation. Right? So this is what is the injunction given by whom? Who is telling this? Lord Krishna is telling in 23rd shloka of 17th chapter that this is the consciousness in which Brahmanas do the sacrifices by offering everything to God. Tasmad Om iti udahritya Yajna Dana Tapakriya Pravartante Vidhanokta Satatam Brahmavadinam. Therefore, transcendentalists undertaking performances of sacrifice, charity, and penance in accordance with scriptural regulations begin always with Om to attain the Supreme. Everybody starts with Om. Can everybody tell together once? There are three words in Om. Three words, right? The creator, the maintainer, the destroyer, everything combines in the Om. Om is Krishna. He tells in the 11th chapter, the syllable Om is me. Very clearly says, right? So you should understand why we chant this in yoga also. Yoga is not some physical activity with tight jeans and tight pants. No, it's a yajna. Sorry, that's what people think yoga is. So yoga means to connect with God. And the whole universe, if you hear the sound of the universe, it is this only.
Yes.
You can feel a temple atmosphere here. Just by chanting this one word. Right? You can feel the presence of God. Your organs get activated by hearing this sound. In fact, Vedic hymns, if you chant daily, it is good for your health also. The brain nerves will be activated. It's all proved. Is there a message? Many messages Krishna is sending. Yeah. So, what are you saying? Yeah. So, Om word is chanted at the beginning. Om. Om Ajnana Timirandasya. Om Namah Shivaya. Everywhere. Om Namo Bhagavate. Very good. Everywhere. Right? We chant Om. It's very good. Om is not different than any mantra or Krishna himself. Prabhupada explains in one purport in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He wrote 5 pages on Om. 5 pages purport. I was like reading a book mein book hai. Such a big purport. He was only explaining about Om and how if you chant Om and or Hare Krishna mantra is the same. Same. Holy names. Right? Harar Nama, Eva Kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva, Gatranyataha. Text 25. Tad iti anabhisadhya phalam yajna tapakriya. Did I read the translation of the previous one? Yeah, I did. Dana kriyascha vividha kriyate moksha kankshibhi. Without desiring fruitive results, one should perform various kinds of sacrifice, penance, and charity. With the word tat. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from material entanglement. Self-explanatory, right? When you do this without any attachment, then you will never be attached to this material world. Yajnata karmano anyatra loko yam karma bandhana tad artha karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Tad artha karma kaunteya. What is karma? Do it without attachment. Mukta sangha samachara. You will be mukta. You will be unattached to this material world. You will not be attached to your parents, wife, children, property, anything of this world when you do it with devotion. You should develop that. Otherwise, you will suffer. You will suffer in this body. You will suffer in this family. Everybody can torture you provided you are attached to them. But you are detached with them, nobody can torture you. As simple as that. Only person who will not torture you is God. By not coming class, by not attending classes, by not reading Bhagavad Gita, you are only torturing God. You can torture God by going away from Him. He feels that because He loves us so much. God feels tortured. Do you want to torture God or give happiness to Him? Happiness to Him. Make God part of your life every day, every satsang, every festival. Give one day to Him completely, like Janmashtami. Give it to Him. Tell Krishna, tumhara hi hai. Your appearance day, my day is yours. Take it. Use me. That is bhakti. Yeah. So here is saying, without desiring fruitive results, one should perform various kinds of sacrifice, penance, and charity with the word tat, without any expectation. Om means God. Tat means to do without any expectations, right? For His happiness. The purpose of transcendental activities is to get free from material entanglement. You will leave the body with no regrets and no negative thoughts and no fear. If you have attachments, you will not go easily from this world. Sadbhave sadhu bhave cha sad iti etat prayujayate sad iti etat paryujyate prashaste karmani tatha Satchabdha partha yujyate yajne tapasi dane cha sthiti sad iti chochyate karma chaiva tad arthiyam sad iti eva vidhiyate. The absolute truth is the objective of devotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by the word Sat. The performer of such sacrifice is also called Sat, as are all the works of sacrifice, penance, and charity, which, true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Person, O Son of Pratha. Right? So, absolute truth, Sat. Sat means where we speak about eternal things, which is absolute truth. Satsang ka matlab kya hai? Sang matlab people coming together. Sat means to discuss about absolute truth. We don't come here to discuss about which bank will give least home loan, or which plot to buy in Telapur, or where to build, what is the best place to buy a fridge. That is not the purpose of coming here. If you come here to Satsang, only discuss about God. Even while you're eating prasadam, you should not discuss about anything else. It should be related, relevant to God. Simple. This is the time for God. Satsang. We discuss about eternal things, about soul. Soul is eternal. We discuss about soul-related topics, not body-related topics. Okay, you can talk about Ayurveda, which is body-related, but why are you maintaining the body? To serve God. It should be related. Right? So, Om Tat Sat. Om means God. Tat means do it for His satisfaction. Sat means which is eternal. Yeah? So, these are the three words. Ashraddhaya hutam dattam tapastaptam kritam chayat asad iti uchyate partha nacha tat pretya no iha. Anything done as sacrifice, charity, or penance without faith in the Supreme, O son of Pritha, is impermanent. It is called asat and is useless both in this life and the next. कृष्णा ने कंक्लूजन बोल दिया. डिविजन्स ऑफ फेथ का कंक्लूजन क्या है? Let's repeat this. Let's read together. Anything done as sacrifice, charity, or penance without faith in the Supreme, O son of Pritha, is impermanent. It is called asat and is useless both in this life and the next. So any activity you do, if you don't include God, or if it is not for the purpose of God, it's useless. In this life also, next life also. You will not take anything out of it. Any activity. मैंने मेरे बच्चों के लिए बहुत जायदाद छोड़ के गया. किधर गया? गटर में गया. बस. Everything goes into drainage. Our body will go into drainage. Our body will turn into three things at the end of death. You know that, right? What is the three things? Villas, flats, and plots. No. What it will turn into? Ash, stool, or mud. That's all. कोई भी है यहाँ पे. Mataji, you also. Me also. What will we turn into? Ash when we are burned. Mud when we are buried. Stool when insects eat us. That's all. What are we so proud about? क्या छोड़ के जाने वाले यहाँ पे? अंबानी होने दो, टाटा होने दो, खुराना होने दो, मल्होत्रा होने दो, रेड्डी होने दो, राव होने दो, कुछ भी होने दो. लास्ट में क्या बनना है इस शरीर का? ये तीन. Ash, stool or mud. That's all. Right? But if we use this body in service of God, तब हम क्या बनेंगे? सत, चित, आनंद. हरि बोल. Right? Sat means eternal. Chit means always blissful with all knowledge and consciousness. Ananda means always happy. Because our soul is Satchitananda. When we serve God, our soul goes back to Krishna. If you don't serve God, our soul will take another body. And that body can be anybody. Anybody. Anybody, anybody. Never knew ranks like that. But think about it. Right? Itna important है Prabhuji and Mataji. Bhakti is very, very important. And this last shloka, Krishna is clearly telling, if you don't include me, if you don't do it for me, for God, He is God, Supreme God, then everything is waste. Your life is wasted. You can tell, I was the fastest runner. I am Usain Bolt. उसके बाद क्या? Were you given the body to run like Bolt? Olympics is what? You might not like me telling this. कुत्ते बिल्ली की activity हो. What is that Olympics for? Human body is not given for Olympics. It is not for any sports. It is not to make muscular, body with all things. Human body is given for self-realization. Right? Self-realization. Because that is the only thing only humans can do. Animals cannot do. All these sports, all these games, diversion of mind, that's all. प्रभुजी बोल आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? इतना controversial नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. जो भगवद गीता बोल रहा हूँ. Have you seen Pandavas doing running race or Olympics? Huh? Even Kauravas never did that. What about Pandavas? Have you seen Ravana conducting Olympics in Sri Lanka? Huh? Even he was more intelligent than now. Prabhujis and Matajis, understand one thing. This life is very rare. Durlabha Manusha Janma. Very rare. If you're not using it for the right purpose, then you will become what you are. If you swim very fast, then you'll become a fish in next life. Why to swim like a human body? Take a fish only, na? If you do bungee jumping, then become monkey. Karta rahe jump subah sham. Have you seen monkeys? They sit peacefully. All the time they keep jumping. So choose You create your next body with your choices. You create your next body with your choices. Don't go and tell God that ये क्या बना दिया आपने? मैंने नहीं बनाया, तुमने बनाया. You were in 8th chapter we read that, right? Antavatte tu phalam, whatever at the end of life you choose, whatever you remember, whatever you have, that is what you get. And Krishna is telling here, don't waste your life on any activity which is not related to God. Any activity. Of course, for the society's pleasure, sometimes you have to do certain activities. But do it only how much is needed. For example, when my customers come in my office, I have to take them for a party host. But I only do how much is needed. I take them there, make them sit, and then I go out. Then I hand it over to somebody and I go. Or I tell them I have some other engagement. And sometimes my customers also understood, ये यहाँ पर बैठने वाला नहीं है. After 2 visits, ठीक है. And they respectfully say, okay, that's okay. We have to define who we are. Otherwise, we'll waste our life. We don't want to waste our life. If we waste our life, then it's our life that is wasted. Take bhakti, take satsang, take chanting, take Bhagavad Gita very seriously. If we don't take it seriously, then God also will not take us seriously. If you think, रोज 6 महीने के बाद मुझे अभी मूड आ रहा है, अभी आता हूँ सत्संग में, you are risking your next life. समझ रहे ना? Who is at loss? Who is at loss? We. We are at loss. Just like we tell our children, ना पढ़ाई कर. क्यों? He is at loss if he doesn't, right? In the same way, the only place where you are reminded the cause of your existence is satsang. Satsang. Right? The only place. No other place will be reminded. Nobody else will also remind. Nobody else will speak the truth. Why did I tell about Olympics today? Because there is a truth. An austerity of what is for telling the truth? Who's yaad? Mind, speech, mind, speech,
Body.
Body?
Mind, speech.
जरा पीछे गए मैं भी भूल गया क्या
Body, mind.
speech speaking truth. I think it's mind. Mind. Speech. Speech, correct. 15. Austerity of speech is to speak truth. It should not agitate others. No Olympic player is here, so I told. You should appreciate. I'll end with one example, okay? And we'll close the class. Thus ends the Bhakti on the Purpose, the 17th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of divisions of 17th chapter ho gaya Prabhuji. Very well, congratulations. Next is the final chapter, 18th chapter. It took us almost 1.5 years to reach here because of me. What to do? I'm a bad teacher or a bad whatever. So I'll end with an example of how to speak and how to preach. Once disciples of Prabhupada, they brought a F1 driver in Germany. In Germany, F1 racing is very, very famous. So the F1 driver, very famous. वो shoemaker कुछ है ना, जूता बनाता है, तो उसका भाई का भाई कोई whatever. Some F1 driver is there. So he was brought to Prabhupada. And if he becomes Krishna conscious, a lot of people will be inspired because he has a big fan following. So they brought him to Prabhupada and all the disciples, Prabhupada, they were all sitting and Prabhupada is sitting and, they brought him in front of Swamiji and Swamiji is going to speak. Swamiji will make him a devotee. Swamiji will tell him about soul, consciousness, Krishna Bhakti, everything. Then he'll become, they're all thinking, all expectations. Prabhupada is sitting and that person came, the F1 driver came and Prabhupada was introduced. Yeah, who is he? Prabhupada, he's a very famous F1 driver, champion, worldwide champion, very big fan following. He drives the car. Prabhupada, okay. Then Prabhupada asked that person, so how fast do you drive? He said, we go almost 300 kilometers per hour, like that we go. He started speaking. Then Prabhupada is like, oh, so the tires, what are they made of? So much speed. So he said, they are made of some extraordinary, rubber which doesn't skid. It holds the grip and this and that. Oh, what kind of fuel do you use? Like that. half an hour, whatever. Prabhupada is asking about how to drive, how to go on the road, how to do this, how to do that. Everything is going on. Disciples are thinking, what is going on here? Who is preaching whom? Prabhupada is asking questions like he wants to go and drive now. And Swamiji is speaking like this. And the person was like, going on. He became very enthusiastic when Prabhupada was asking him question after question. So how many people drive together? How long is the track? How many turns will come? How difficult it is to do? How many championships have you won? What kind of fuel? What kind of vehicle? What kind of brand? What kind of engine? What is the horsepower? Can you imagine Swamiji speaking all these things? And some disciples got away. Patani, what mood is Prabhupada today? I'm going out now. And Prabhupada continuously speaking about this. After 2 hours, 2 hours, can you speak? Can you think of it? After 2 hours, Prabhupada, who doesn't spend a single second without Krishna in it. Now you can also think, what is Prabhupada doing here? Where is Krishna in this whole thing? Right? After 2 hours, when that opposite person was completely attracted to Prabhupada, because he likes to speak, and Prabhupada gave an opportunity for him to speak, and he continuously spoke. He spoke about F1, he spoke about whatever roads and this and that and that. Pura hone ke baad, after 2 hours, he is satisfied that he has spoken everything. Then Prabhupada told, oh, so much car driving happens. Do accidents also happen? He said, yes. Do people die in that accidents? He said, yes. Swamiji, a lot of people die in Durlava Manasha Janma. Then Prabhupada started about Krishna consciousness. Then he spoke. This body is dead, not the soul. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam mutva bhavitve na bhuya ajo nitya shashvato yam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Sharira is dead. In that accident, my dear boy, only your body is dead. I'm not dead. You are not dead. Because you are the soul. Only the body is dead in accident. Okay? Then Prabhupada started Bhagavad Gita. And how many times you are dead? Many, many times you are dead. Every time you take a body, you die. Right? And every time you change the body, Dehi nosmi yatha dehi, kaumaram yaparam jara. There is no death for the soul. What is that sloka? There is no, soul cannot be burnt, soul cannot be weathered. The sloka starts. Come on, very famous sloka. Yeah, anyway, 2.17 or something like that. Nainam chandanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakah, chaidayanti klidayanti apo, nashvoshayati maruta. Prabhupada tells this, all these things to the driver, and he finally surrenders. Swamiji, tell me what to do. Chant. This is called speaking without agitation and speaking the truth. Did Prabhupada compromise on the truth? No. Did he speak the truth? Yes. Did he speak in such a way that the opposite person got agitated? No. It is called preaching. Preaching means speak in a way that the opposite person is motivated. If you speak in such a way, Prabhupada had told, car driving, what is waste of life? Useless activity. Goal of life is to go back to Krishna. What nonsense you are doing, sitting and doing car driving? That fellow would have run away from that, isn't it? Full fast he would have run away. But Prabhupada didn't do that. He became very compassionate. Because he felt if this person changes, he can change the whole world. Yad yad acharati shreshtas. Tat tat evataro jana. Prabhupada implemented the sloka of creating a leader by encouraging a leader to become Krishna conscious, but impatiently, not compromising the truth, speaking in a nice way, and he changed his faith from Rajoguna activity to Sattva to finally Shuddha Sattva. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for tolerating. We finished 17th chapter. 18th chapter will start from next week. 18th chapter is the longest chapter, almost 70 plus shlokas. Maybe it will take 2-3 classes to finish. Then we'll finish the Bhagavad Gita and we all will go back home, back to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Our Narsingha Prabhu is coming. Narsingha, very good. Yes.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. भक्त विनाश हरि नाम कीर्तन की भक्त विनाश शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की लीलानंद प्रभु जी की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
हरे कृष्णा। लीलानंद प्रभु को बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है। धन्यवाद। हरे कृष्णा। हरि बोल। विघ्नाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की हरि बोल। So thank you very much. What is the time, Prabhu? 11. I have to start a class here on Telugu now. I think some of you have come. ఇక్కడ తెలుగు క్లాస్ ఎవరు వచ్చారండి? 11 క్లాస్ అని మీరు వచ్చారా? Okay, so everybody can go down, have prasad. Even I'll come down. Maybe in 15 minutes I'll come back and the class will continue. Some of you can stay. If you want to take petals out and do some decoration, I'll tell you what to do. Maybe 2 of you can come. Who are doing? Who are trying to do? 2, 3 can do. Okay, you can come with me. I'll show you what to do, and then while the class is happening, you can do it. And today evening we have class at 7 o'clock in the hall. We have Janmashtami celebrations in the hall from 5 o'clock itself, and you can participate in that, and also hear Kirtan class today evening in Hindi. Hindi is evening. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.